They support Antifa, a communist organization that openly targets Americans with violence.
The theme here is, I'm Donald Trump, and I'll protect you from the scary black people. Antifa is widely perceived as an African-American organization, and this is just part of the same story of LeBron James and Don Lemon and Maxine Waters and the NFL players and the UCLA basketball players. This is about black versus white.
We need to call it what it is. This is organized, premeditated political violence. How fast we turned from Sarah Huckabee Sanders being denied from a restaurant to now the left excusing violence on behalf of a journalist, no less. Democracy dies in darkness until it's a conservative journalist.
Their rhetoric fuels violent attacks on immigration officials, like the one carried out by Willem Van Spronsen in July and the recent shootings at ICE offices in San Antonio, Texas, after leftists targeted ICE employees in Florida with threats against their children.
We know where all our children live. Throughout the country, John Bolton, you have kids in we know everything about you, and you won't just be seeing us here.
Who are they?
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
Do you remember when Anderson Cooper actually reported on events rather than vomited out rhetoric that creates them?
Whites will not be the majority. I mean, it's an exciting transformation of the country. It's an exciting evolution and progress of our country in many different ways.
But at least Cooper was known for his reporting out in the field. Anchors Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon are known for their menacing of society.
You want to call me Fredo? Take a swing. I'm not gonna swing. Take a swing. Watch your hands.
Cuomo, who recently lost his demeanor on a man that referred to him as Fredo.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
Is now attempting to play the victim in a half-hearted apology, writing, "This happens all the time these days, often in front of my family, but there is a lesson. No need to add to the ugliness. I should be better than what I oppose."
What are you drinking there, Don?
A little Tito's soda. Tito's soda.
Hey, guys.
Tito's soda, that's my preference. We love the Tito's. They send me a T-shirt because I talk about it so much.
Meanwhile, Don Lemon is embroiled in a lawsuit alleging, as the New York Post writes, a former Hamptons bartender says that Don Lemon assaulted him after the CNN host disgustingly fondled himself at a local watering hole. As alleged in his complaint, Heiss, 38, told the Post, Don gets up, walks around the bar, comes up right up to me, and puts his hand down his board shorts. He rubs himself aggressively. Lemon then shoved his index and middle finger in the plaintiff's mustache and under the plaintiff's nose, according to Heiss's suit. And he kept saying, P or D, P or D. He said it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, whoa, man, what the hell?
He needs to just cut him off.
Add to CNN's slippery slope. CNN political analyst April Ryan's bodyguard brandished what appears to be a weapon while throwing out a videographer that had permission to film her speaking event.
You get out of here right now. Get out. Get this kid out of my event.
Don't you dare touch my camera. Don't you dare this guy.
And you're not an ideological opponent of Ms. Ryan.
When I left the house that day, I was a fan of hers. I was looking forward to seeing her remarks and, maybe learning a thing or two since she's been a journalist longer than I have.
So the press attacked freedom of the press, in your opinion?
This was an attack on our freedoms. Yes, absolutely.
All in all, under the leadership of Jeff Zucker, CNN allows this arrogant behavior to fester and the leftist propaganda machine to spew its biased hyperbole to anyone in its gaze. CNN's ratings have continued to plummet, down by 38% in the last quarter. The dying Mockingbird media dinosaur is running on fumes when it comes to viewers, hoping it can get a boost from the Democratic debate three-ring circus. But after the antics of Cuomo and Lemon, two of its most prominent faces, public opinion will likely shift from indifference to outright disgust. John Bound reporting.